So hey guys, it's Mike of Photos by Mike, and I'm at home because I've been at home for the last 4 or 5 days, sick in bed. Um, I've been able to get up and walk around a little bit. Um, got my friends know what's wrong with me, so anyway, I figured it was time to do a couple of live streams and do some unboxing and some other stuff. And I had some products that I had gotten in that I never got a chance to do an unboxing on or check it out. So what I'm going to do today, using my YOLO box live, I'm going to look at some transmitters. And so just a little bit of backstory. About 5 years ago, I decided to pick up a set of things called the Sling Studio. And the Sling Studio is a wireless transmission that goes from up to 10 cameras or 10 video inputs onto a switcher, which would be like an iPad. And you switch back and forth between videos, so you could have a multi-camera video recording or multi-camera filming of live situations or live streaming. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna do this, and I got or saved up over a period of time and bought all that equipment. Unfortunately, Sling Studio was a subsidiary of Sling Network or TV Network, which was a cable company that kind of went a little bit defunct. They're not all the way gone, but they're out in a lot of places. So the first thing that you do when you're starting to lose money in a business and you have subsidiaries is you get rid of the subsidiaries or the products that are coming out. No, what's wrong with my voice? But so they sold them. So about 2 years ago, when the pandemic started, everybody bought everything that they could get from this company. All of the camera links, all the hubs, all of that. So there's no more left, and they're not going to be making any more because whoever bought the product is not revamped it or put it back on the market again. So everybody's been looking for something different to use. So out comes the YOLO box regular, which was the one before this one. And it's just a small YOLO box or a small video, live stream video system with one video input, one USB input, one HDMI output, one Cat 5 or Cat 6 cable input for hardwire network. It also has Wi-Fi built into it. It has a mic input. It has a audio input. It has a headphone output, which my headphones are right here, so I can listen to it. But I've already did my audio check, so I'm good with that. It has the charging port, but under the bottom it also has a 5G or 4G input for a SIM card, and it has a SD card input too, so you can download all your graphics and stuff like that. That's what you're seeing. My background is a green screen because the original YOLO Pro or YOLO box didn't have green screen capability, but the YOLO box Mini, which is the upgraded one, does have green screen capability, so I can knock my green screen out. Also, if you get a video capture card, you can plug in an extra HDMI into it, so you could have two cameras, and that's what I'm doing today. I've explained all this on an earlier video. I'll make a link to it down in the box below, but that's what, and I keep looking over there because I'm watching myself videotape this episode. So now we need to cover what both the YOLO box Mini and the YOLO box Pro, which has 3 HDMI inputs, a extra USB, HDMI output, and the same things that this has on it, didn't come with or doesn't have that Sling Studio has, and that's a wireless connection to a camera. Now, the Sling Studio came with a camera link that connected to the hub, and the hub set up its own inner network. Well, you can't do that with the YOLO box. So what I've seen some people do is get a wireless transmitter and receiver and plug them up. Also, you were limited on the YOLO box, on the Sling Studio, as for your transmission distance on your camera links, and they were about 300 feet. So with these wireless transmitters, depending on how much you want to spend on them, you're limited to how far you can go, what kind of walls you can go through, all of that stuff. With that being said, there are some transmitter receivers that the package, the transmitter and receiver together, cost lower than the camera link that came with the Sling Studio. One of those, and it's an off-brand name, and I'm just trying it out. It only costs $170, where the camera links for the Sling Studio cost $350 a piece. So this set takes some setting up, but once it's set up, you're supposed to be able to transmit and receive up to 900 feet per se. Some people have gotten 350, some people have gotten 400 feet with them. It depends on what you buy and what you've tested. These I haven't tested yet. It says 900 feet. I'll check it out, but I don't think so. I think it'll probably be more like 400 feet, but still, that's a pretty good thing. They're audio video, so when you plug it with the HDMI cable to your camera, it'll go audio video to your source. But you can also knock that out and do a straight mic in source, like I'm doing right now. You see I have my DJI mic set on that's plugged onto the receiver that's on the actual YOLO box. And so let's just jump right into it, and let's take a look at the overhead camera, which will show you the Bovbox wireless transmitter receiver unit that I bought. So, and I bought this payday before last, so I haven't gotten to open it, so it's been about a month that I've had them, a month and a half. So I'm gonna open it now. I'm a little tight on money right now, so I ain't buying much of anything right now. So, box open, and as you can see, it comes in its own carrying case, straight from the get-go. Pull it out, carrying case there. We'll move the box up here, and we'll move this box up here so that we can go ahead and open this. It's a nice, sturdy, durable camera case. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. And there is a pocket up here that includes a remote, for the transmitter, a remote for the receiver, a USB-C cable for the transmitter, a USB-C cable for the receiver, a charging block for the transmitter, a charging block for the receiver. And that's it for that. And you get 4 antennae. So antennas for 2 receiver and transmitter. You get the actual book, user's manual, and you have your transmitter and you have your receiver. So I'm gonna pull both of these out real quick. Put that there, put that here. And I'll pull out the antennas. And then we're gonna take the case and put it over here. All right, so here are these 2 items. And here are the antennas. for each of the items. So you have the receiver, which has a HDMI out, and you have the receiver that has an HDMI out, which will go to my Yoli box. Also has a reset button, charging port for your USB-C, and a power button. On the back, you have a battery area that you can buy batteries for this. I'll show you that in a minute. It shows you your battery charge, and you have your on and off switch for the receiver. You have 2 1/4-inch jacks, one on top so you can lay it flat on top of something, and one on the bottom so you can stand it up. And the 2 antennas, which actually screw on and can be moved into position to go out. Pretty good. Now, I have batteries from one of my old Sony cameras, which I have a charge from, and these are like the regular MP 550s that you use on a lot of Sony cameras. And you just stick it down in here and you push it on like so. And there, you can't see it, but there's see if the light, but the lights across here are charged up and ready to be turned on. And that's pretty much it. A release catch to pull your battery back off. Lights go out. You still can't see it because the sun's reflecting on the silver, but we'll move that battery over here. And then you have your actual transmitter, which goes on your camera and transmits to your receiver that plugs into your YOLO box. Now, if you have the Pro, you can plug in 4 sets of these and use it just like you would use the the Sling Studio, but for a cheaper price, and you probably get a better range. So there we have that basic part set up. Oh, let me show you one other thing. There's a HDMI in and a loop out, and you'll loop out to here to set these up. And that's basically it, except for you can also buy the little screws that go here that are standing up like a tripod on your stand, which is pretty cool. Once again, I haven't checked these out yet, but for $170, they're a pretty good buy, and they look pretty good. You could run them straight off of a charge and just lay them down, or you could put a battery on them and run them on a camera. And that's what I'm gonna test out. And when I get a chance to test that out, I'll come back again and tell you what my test results are. And this is a basic unboxing of the product to let you see what it actually looks like and what you're getting for your money. And let's see what it does. Trying to get this all built in together to take the place of my Sling Studio, because if it breaks, and there have been a couple of issues with the Sling Studios lately, if it does break, I'd like to have something to replace it, a backup. So that's it for me. If you enjoyed this video, please like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Even if you didn't like this video, please like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos and more information. I'm Mike of Photos by Mike, making life stand still one picture at a time. I will catch you later. So long.